We welcome you back inside Braemar Arena for our second game of the afternoon, as the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning will take on the North Wright County Riverhawks. It'll be the second consecutive game the Riverhawks have played in this building, going back to last weekend when they came in here to take on the Edina Hornets. As the Lightning have taken the ice, the Riverhawks were still waiting on. The PA going over the one ground rule change from typical procedure is that if we do go through an overtime period, that there will be a shootout to determine who will move on in the tournament, since this is technically a tournament format despite it being counted as part of the regular season. On behalf of our crew here at Braemar Arena, I'm Patrick Lilia, happy to be with you on this Thursday afternoon. The gift of hockey here this weekend. We have around 30 games on MN Hockey TV this weekend. We have the Walser Invitational from Braemar Arena, also broadcasting Tradition in the Park from the St. Louis Park Rec Center, and the Plymouth Ice Center Classic from Plymouth, those both being boys tournaments. We're still waiting for the Riverhawks to arrive on the ice. That is, they are in the building. We should make that clear. We're not waiting for them to actually get here. We're just waiting for them to take the ice, and there they come. So the Riverhawks coming in with a record of 6-4-1. Took a tough loss to Edina on Saturday this past weekend. They're back here at Braemar Arena for the Walser Invitational. The new members of the Lake Conference this season, along with Buffalo. It's Grand Rapids Greenway making the long trip down. As Emily Trask will be in goal for the Lightning to start this afternoon. Trask coming in a 5-4-1 record, 2.51 goals against. The Lightning introduced, and now we will meet the Riverhawks starters.
And now for North Wright County, in the net, number 35, Anna LaRose.
Anna LaRose will get the start. He has a 2.67 goals against average. He has started every game thus far for the Riverhawks. As the Riverhawks have been introduced. No national anthem because we played it before the first game, so we will just have puck drop immediately after introductions the rest of the way. The Riverhawks will look to rebound from their tough loss to Edina. The Lightning, who took a loss to Brainerd Little Falls on Saturday. If they lose this game, they'll play the Warriors again for the second time in 3 games. The Warriors fell in our opener to Breck. So the winner of this game will take on the Mustangs in tomorrow's semifinal, the first semifinal of the day. It'll be at about 5:15 tomorrow evening. Of course, we'll have all the time and schedule updates for you as they come along. Maddie Skelton will take the face-off for the Riverhawks. It's Callie Reed. Face-off controlled by the Riverhawks. It's played over toward the near side. As it slides off the stick of Brenna Martin. Martin loses control of the puck. It'll be played to the end boards by Claire Vekic. Vekic will circle the net. Centering feed, and that one just goes off the stick of Reed. He's down to the near side point. On the near side boards, and the puck eventually able to be pushed into the neutral zone by Sydney Peterson and then dumped back in by the Lightning, who will change as Jenna Kiyono picks up the puck. Kiyono along the far side into the offensive zone where she got headed off by Reed. Reed will corral the puck behind the net with 16:23 to go here in the first period. No score, just underway from the Walser Invitational Tournament presented by Walser. And check out the Walser Automotive Group at walser.com. The Lightning work their way back through neutral. It's played back the other direction by Mackenzie Dunn. Dunn getting it ahead for Sydney Lemke. Lemke with a shot, and then it'll go wide of the net. The far side of Emily Trask. It's back down to the near side boards. Able to be held in at the point by Chloe Finnerty. Finnerty had a... It comes down to the near side boards. It'll work its way around the net once again. Played back the other direction, be picked up by Bailey Hoffman behind the net. There's a shot out front. Trask makes the save on the centering feed. Working her way out front there was Lily Gillespie. And we'll have a face-off deep in the Lightning zone. 15:36 to go here in the first period. No score, just underway from Braemar Arena. The Lightning and the Riverhawks in our second quarterfinal of the day. Sydney Peterson has a shot blocked, carried back the other way by the Lightning. Stretch pass into the offensive zone. Here's Ellie Tima. Tima trying to drive toward the net, got fended off. The Lightning will reset in the offensive zone. A shot tipped wide. They were trying to get it down low toward Vekic. Vekic battling for the puck. The Riverhawks able to take it away. They'll set up behind their own net. That's Finnerty trying to get it to Peterson. Peterson couldn't clear the zone, and the Lightning able to hold it deep in the end. There's a shot that's saved. Rebound through the slot, able to be held by the Lightning. It's back down to the near side. That centering pass intercepted, flipped out toward neutral by Mackenzie Dunn, and will go for icing with 14:53 to go here in the first period. There's some heavy action already in the Riverhawk zone. Face-off is pushed toward the end boards where it's picked up by Callie Christensen. Christensen will play it around toward Aaron Jensen. Jensen trying to get it ahead. Jade Roloff trying to take that puck from behind as it's sent back into the Riverhawk zone. As Brenna Martin will pick it up behind her net. Martin will work her way up the right wing, getting ahead of Hannah Miska. Puck along in front of the Grand Rapids Greenway bench, and the Lightning will gain control in their own zone as they send it down to the near side. Now dump it in deep by Hannah Mark. It'll be played by the Riverhawks from deep in their own end. Christensen gets it off ahead for Jensen. Jensen, though, has it taken away. Lightning will push it back into the Riverhawk zone. It'll be picked up by Martin again. Martin plays it back through the near side corner, where it's picked up on the near side. Banked back the other way, and now back through the neutral zone. Here is Mackenzie Bougerie. Bougerie with a centering feed and a shot, and that's saved by Trask. With 13:50 to go here in the first period, and a face-off deep in the Lightning end. With Sydney Lemke on the receiving end of that feed. Bougerie, the leading goal scorer. 12 goals on the season for the Riverhawks. As it's played around off the side of the net. The Riverhawks able to come out with a centering feed, just slides through Bougerie. And then taken away by the Lightning. 2-on-1 the other way into the offensive zone. Here's Tima with it. Tima with a shot. Save. Nice score! It banked off the post, then off the goaltender, LaRose, into the net for the Lightning goal. Ellie Tima with her 7th goal of the season. It's 1-0 Grand Rapids Greenway. As it went off of LaRose, off the post, then off LaRose again into the net. Well, the Lightning strike first, no pun intended. They lead 1-0 here early in the first period. The Lightning able to push it back deep into the Riverhawk zone. It'll work its way behind the net. Mercury Bischoff trying to get the play tied up. The Riverhawks will play it back around toward Peterson on the near side. Sidney Peterson battling to try to come out with it, but the Lightning will be able to push it back up toward Bischoff in the far side corner. Bischoff gets it back to the point for a one-time shot. That's saved by LaRose. Comes down to the near side. The Lightning able to take it away. Here's Bischoff with it. Bischoff with a shot. Rebound is still loose and now frozen. And we will have a face-off deep in the Riverhawk zone with 12:53 to go here in the first period. 1-0 Grand Rapids Greenway, the 9th goal of the season, the 7th of the season for Ellie Tima. Bougerie pushes the face-off to the end boards. It's played back through the corner by Martin. Martin trying to get it ahead for Bougerie. Bougerie will get it off for Lemke. Lemke back to Bougerie. Bougerie into the offensive zone. Bougerie was driven off the puck as she started to go to the backhand. Lightning back the other way through neutral. Into the offensive zone, here's Vekic. Vekic with a shot that's saved by LaRose. Rebound is able to be held onto in the glove. So Claire Vekic leads the team with 12 goals on the season. Face-off played down to the end boards as Finnerty, reversing direction, will cycle it back through the corner. It's pushed ahead by Hoffman, with the Lightning again able to take it away. Here's Vekic again. Vekic with a centering feed that sneaks through up to the far side boards. Lightning with a long one-time shot, again saved by LaRose. As Finnerty gets knocked to the ice at the end of the play, courtesy of Vekic, and will have a face-off with 12:10 to go here in the first period. 1-0 Grand Rapids Greenway leading it, the 7th goal of the season for Ellie Tima. It's played around the net by Dunn. Dunn will carry it up the left wing side through the neutral zone. Dunn into the offensive zone where it slides in on Trask, who covers it up with 11:59 to go here in the first period. 1-0 Grand Rapids Greenway. The Lightning taking the early lead on the Tima goal. Off the face-off controlled by the Riverhawks. A shot will go wide of the net, up into the far side corner. The sliding over to hold the zone was done. It'll work its way around the net once again, around to the near side. The Lightning get it back out to neutral and now into the Riverhawk zone where Callie Lehman back to pick it up. Lehman will play it around toward Dunn. Dunn on the far side got tied up by Bischoff as the Riverhawks will play it back over to Finnerty on the near side. Finnerty getting fended off by Callie Reed as she got out into the neutral zone. The Riverhawks will still be able to push it into the Lightning end. The Lightning will try to gain possession there. We're taken away by Maddie Skelton. Skelton tried to center it, and that was just missed out front on the redirect. The Lightning will play it back around their own net once again. 11:10 to go here in the first period. It's played back to the point, able to be held. A long shot from just inside the point by Kiono. Back up behind the Lightning net and sent the length of the ice by the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning, and will carry it back into the Lightning zone with 10:56 to go here in the first period. 1-0 Grand Rapids Greenway. And the 7th goal of the season for Ellie Tima. A shot that banged off the goaltender, banged off the post, and back off the goaltender into the net. From the Lightning back through neutral ice. Here's Trombley, and there was a shot in that saved and held on to. It's Tima again, flying in there. No, it was Jordan Trombley. Face-off played down to the near side boards as Trombley was battling there as pushed back into the neutral zone. Sidney Peterson will gain the puck for the Riverhawks. Centering feed will sneak through up toward the far side where the Lightning will regain control. It's carried up the left wing and able to be eventually dumped in. His team got tied up at the blue line, but it was sent into the Riverhawk zone. As Martin plays this one through his neutral ice. Bougerie on the far side boards. It'll be played around the Lightning net. 10-10 to go, first period, 1-0. Lightning leading it here. As Martin plays it ahead, past Bougerie, past everybody, back deep into the Lightning zone as we hit the 7-minute mark of the first period. 1-0, Grand Rapids Greenway leading it. Was able to be held by Mackenzie Dunn. Now sent back the length of the ice by the Lightning. They'll have to play it from deep in their own end. Here's Chloe Finnerty as she circles her net. He stretches it over toward Bailey Hoffman on the near side. Hoffman will dump it in deep to the Lightning zone, and the Riverhawks will change. 9:34 to go, first period. 1-0 Lightning leading it. Went off the stick of Molly Pierce. Able to be sent back into the Lightning zone. It's loose in front. Trask was out of her net briefly. The Riverhawks possessing it in the offensive zone. A centering feed out front for Aaron Jensen. It comes back through the slot and then a shot tipped wide. Finnerty was there to try to clean up the mess, but the shot blocked out front. The Riverhawks maintaining puck possession. We hit the 8-minute mark of this first period. The Riverhawks send it back deep into the Lightning zone and change. The Lightning will bring it back up the right wing side as it's played in deep by Vekic out of her net to slow that one down as LaRose as Christensen out of her net. The puck getting tied up on the end boards. The Riverhawks will play it back up the left wing side. Peterson bangs it back out through neutral. The Lightning back to pick it up as we hit the midpoint of the first period. 1-0 Grand Rapids Greenway with the lead. We'll get a whistle here with 8:24 to go in the opening frame. And a penalty against the Lightning. There will appear to be double minors. My apologies on that. So we'll stay 5-on-5. Jordan Trombley will take one of the penalties, and it'll be Maddie Skelton the other one. Coincidental minors will keep us 5-on-5. 8:24 to go here in the first period. Off the face-off, shot whiffed on. Comes back to the blue line, able to be held by Martin, who tries to slide it down low, but that was off the stick of Hoffman. Hoffman tries to play it from the corner. Still loose on the end board as it works its way back into the slot. Able to be held by Christensen as it works its way around the net, around to the near side. The centering feed was intercepted by the Lightning. Carried back out toward neutral ice and sent back in deep by Hoffman. The Lightning again able to get it back out to neutral ice and then sent back the other way at the blue line as Savini couldn't get it in deep. The centering feed will be off the stick of Bougerie up to the far side corner. The Lightning will play it back around their own net where it's intercepted by the Riverhawks. A long shot by Finnerty. She thought about a shot, dumped it down to the corner. Centering feed out front, and Peterson couldn't put it home. The Lightning break back out the other way. As Bischoff will play it in deep to the Riverhawk zone.
In the box, the North Wright
As Finnerty will play it back up toward the far side boards. Will be sent deep into the Lightning zone, and we'll go for icing, so we'll carry it back into the Riverhawk zone with 7:13 to go here in the opening frame. 1-0 Grand Rapids Greenway leading it.
2 minutes for roughing. Mutual penalties. We still have time.
Face-off controlled by the Lightning. They kick it back to the point. A long shot by Hannah Mark was blocked. Peterson trying to take the puck away, and she will. She'll get it off ahead for Gillespie. The Riverhawks trying to center it for Peterson. There's a shot from Finnerty that's blocked in traffic. So under 7 minutes to go here in the first period as the Lightning break back the other way. Into the offensive zone is Bischoff, but Bischoff had the puck taken away, and the Lightning will change. Finnerty pokes it over to Peterson on the near side. She gets it into the neutral zone where it's intercepted by the Lightning and sent back in. It'll be played behind the net by Finnerty. Finnerty sends it up toward the right wing side. It's banked back into the neutral zone where the Lightning will push it back into the Riverhawk end. Finnerty able to get it back out to neutral. Get it ahead towards Sidney Lemke. Lemke with a shot that's saved by Trask and held on to with 6:19 to go in the first period. So action fast and furious at both ends. Both teams trying to outrace each other. So far in this first period, the lone goal thus far, the 7th of the year for Ellie Tima, putting the Lightning on top 1-0 as a shot blocked from the point. Lightning able to, the Riverhawks able to hold. That's Martin able to push it down into the corner. That'll work its way behind the Lightning net. 6 minutes now to go. Centering feed out front for Hoffman, and she just missed. It was an open net. Penalty coming against Grand Rapids Greenway. Empty net. Extra attacker on for the Riverhawks. They'll cycle it back to the corner. Loose in front and just poked wide. Trask able to make the save. Play still alive. The Riverhawks trying to force it from behind the net, and now it is touched up by the Lightning. And we will have the game's first power play going the way of the Riverhawks. They come in converting on 19.4% of power plays. Lightning an excellent 93.5 on the penalty kill. So the Riverhawks on the power play with 5:37 to go here in the first period. 1-0 Lightning leading it, the 7th of the year for Ellie Tima, coming early in the game. Less than 4 minutes in, here's Martin with it. Martin will get it back to the corner. Martin taking it back. She cycles it over to Maddie Skelton, who slides one through the slot. Skelton back to try to hold. She's able to get it back to Martin. Martin winds up for a shot. It's loose in front and able to be sent down to the near side boards. Lightning able to send it the length of the ice. Kaisa Reed in the penalty box for a check. 5 minutes now to go, first period. 1:22 to go in the power play. The Lightning again able to send it deep into the Riverhawk zone, or it'll be picked up there by Skelton. Skelton gets it back from Bougerie. Bougerie will poke this one ahead toward Lemke, but the Lightning able to get it back out to neutral ice. It's played along into the offensive zone. Shorthanded opportunity for Bischoff. Bischoff shoots one over the net. Mercury Bischoff with a great shorthanded opportunity in all alone, but shot it high and wide of the net with 4:30 to go here in the first period as the Riverhawks back out at neutral ice. Into the offensive zone, here's Peterson. Peterson slowing things down on the far side boards as it's poked away again by the Lightning back out into the neutral zone. Here's Peterson back in. Peterson with a shot saved by Trask off the pads, and the rebound played up onto the far side boards. The Lightning will clear at the length of the ice, back down into the Riverhawk zone where it'll be picked up by Dunn. Dunn working her way through the middle of the ice. She'll bring it down toward the near side. Dunn will be able to gain the offensive zone. Dunn still with it. She works her way around the net. Dunn gets it back to the point, able to be held there. Now Dunn taking it back from Boutte. There's a shot. Peterson makes a save. Rebound off the stick of Peterson, and the Lightning able to clear at the length of the ice as the power play comes to an end. And the Lightning back at full strength with 3.5 minutes to go here in the first period. Stretch pass into the neutral zone off the stick of Peterson, but Boutte there to clean it up. Boutte will play it deep into the Lightning zone. It'll work its way behind the Grand Rapids Greenway net down to the near side. 3:15 to go now, first period. As a feed sneaks through all the way up into the far side corner. The Lightning will regroup, bring it through neutral ice. As getting fended off at the blue line and then getting sent into the boards was Mackenzie Cole, as it'll be played deep into the Riverhawk zone. As Keono was there to pick it up, she had to ring it around toward Martin on the near side. They get it ahead toward Hoffman. Hoffman couldn't get it out of the zone, as Martin will get it through neutral ice. The Lightning regain possession in their own zone, and they'll work their way up the left wing side, play it in deep to the Riverhawk zone. Bougerie trying to gain control of the puck and can't quite get a hold of it. And the Lightning were able to hold it in the Riverhawk end. Martin with it. Martin trying to play it around, but she'll be able to get it past Bischoff toward the blue line. Lightning back out at neutral with it and will play it up back into the Riverhawk zone. Kiono will look to play it ahead. She'll get it back out to neutral ice. Kiono again will come over to gain control of the puck. She'll work her way back around her own net. We hit the 15-minute mark of the first period as a takeaway and a shot in on LaRose. A good play there by Callie Reed to take it away. Just a slow shot in on LaRose, who holds on with 1:55 to go here in the first period. No, excuse me, 1-0 Lightning leading it. It was the 7th goal of the season for Ellie Tima early in the first period. Here's Sydney Peterson. Peterson sends it far side into the offensive zone for Gillespie. Gillespie getting fended off, trying to center it back for Peterson. It ends up on the end boards, comes free out front. Trying to get it to Peterson in the slot, but the Lightning able to intercept. Bring it back through neutral with 1:35 to go in the period. A nice play by Finnerty to intercept it just inside the blue line. Gets it back out through neutral. The Riverhawks trying to gain possession in the offensive zone. They score! I think that's going to be Sydney Peterson on the shot off the takeaway. There were a lot of bodies in front of the net. It's 1-1 with 1:23 to go here in the first period. Oh, Sydney Peterson, who scored a goal on Saturday. That'll be her 6th of the season, and this game is tied at 1. Peterson just able to bury that one in traffic. The Riverhawks, who trailed for most of the first period, have the game now tied up with 1:20 to go as they push it right back into the Lightning zone. The puck being kicked around, it comes down to the near side boards. Bougerie with it. Bougerie sends it to the far side point for Dunn, who winds up for a shot. Rebound is still loose in front and able to be sent back through the slot. As we go under a minute to go here in the first period. As Lily Gillespie and Maddie Skelton will get the assists on the Peterson goal that ties the game up. 50 seconds now to play here in the first period. The Lightning will flip it back through neutral. It'll work its way deep into the Riverhawk zone. We're back to pick it up is Dunn. Dunn sends it over toward the near side, and then the neutral zone is Finnerty as the puck being taken away there by the Lightning. Into the offensive zone, a nice move by Vekic. Vekic, backhand shot, save LaRose. Rebound still loose in the crease, and the rebound is still being kicked around. Eventually comes out to the Lightning, and a shot was blocked. It's a dangerous play there. That puck just sat there for an eternity. There's Vekic with a shot, this time cleanly in on LaRose, who makes the save with 14.3 to go here in the first period. LaRose able to make a couple of great saves. That puck just sat there in a wide open crease, was able to be poked away by the Riverhawks. The face-off played around the net. Martin with it. Martin reversing direction. 5 seconds to go in the period. She gets it ahead to Peterson as it's in the neutral zone and sent back in, and that'll do it for the first period. Well, the Lightning scored early, the 7th goal of the year for Ellie Tima. The Riverhawks scored late, the 6th goal of the year for Sydney Peterson. And we will go to our first intermission with North Wright County and Grand Rapids Greenway tied at 1. You're watching MN Hockey TV's coverage of the Walser Invitational Tournament from Braemar Arena in Edina. We will be back in 10 minutes with the start of your second period. Stay tuned. Welcome you back inside Braemar Arena. After one period, it's 1-1 between the North Wright County Riverhawks and the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning. It's the second of 4 quarterfinal games today here at the Walser Invitational Tournament. Coming up later on in the evening, we will have the Maple Grove Crimson and the Alexandria Cardinals. And then in the nightcap, Edina and Stillwater. Stillwater, kind of the surprise team of girls 2A so far. They'll come in looking to make a big statement this evening against the host Hornets. Back here at this afternoon's game, we have the North Wright County Riverhawks and the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning tied at 1 after the first period. Lightning struck first early in the game. Ellie Tima with her 7th goal of the season, and then late in that first period, Sydney Peterson with her 6th of the year for the Riverhawks, tying it up at 1. A very busy weekend here on MN Hockey TV. The Walser tournament, also a couple of boys tournaments, the Tradition in the Park from the Rec Center in St. Louis Park, and the Plymouth Ice Classic from the Pick in Plymouth. Lots of great teams and great games at both sites, so if you're a general fan of Minnesota high school hockey, just a fantastic weekend. We have a lot of top 10 girls teams in action this weekend here at the Walser Invitational. Number 1 Breck also headlining. They won the early game this afternoon. They'll take on the winner of this game. Breck beating last year's Double-A runner-up Brainerd Little Falls. Breck came in here. They played a strong game against the Edina Hornets earlier in the regular season. Well, really a team that certainly could be considered the best in either class. Although they did lose that game to the Hornets, so maybe not. Of course, part of that'll be part of the discussion as it's played up onto the far side boards. Martin there to pick it up for the Riverhawks. She'll circle her net, play it over toward the near side. 16:47 to go here, second period. This one in on the Rose, and then the rebound cleaned out by Martin. It comes down to the near side corner. 1-1 here in the second period. That one dribbled out into the neutral zone and then played in offside by the Lightning. And we'll have a face-off. 16:37 to go here in the second period. Face-off controlled by the Lightning as it's played over toward Amber Ellich on the near side. Ellich trying to play it in deep. It was initially stopped by the Riverhawks. So the Riverhawks now through neutral ice with speed is Maddie Skelton. Skelton, though, can't work her way around Vekic, who takes the puck away. Then Vekic collides with Ellich. Vekic able to maintain the puck, though, as she steers her way back out into the neutral zone. Claire Vekic working her way through neutral. A shot save LaRose. Rebound picked up by the Riverhawks and sent out to neutral ice. As Vekic able to play it back the other way. Play getting tied up on the near side boards. Riverhawks, here's Bougerie into the offensive zone. Bougerie trying to work her way around Caden Broking. There's a turnaround shot that was blocked. Rebound is loose in the slot. It's picked up by Tima. Tima gets it out to neutral, works her way up the left wing, dumps it in deep to the Riverhawk zone. It'll be picked up on the far side boards, played around toward the near side. As Dunn will play it back the other direction. 15:30 to go, second period, and back into the offensive zone. Here's Lemke. Lemke with a shot saved by Trask at point blank, who holds on with 15:24 to go in the second period. Now the Riverhawks, who got off to kind of that slow start, come out firing here as the second period has gone along. With a shot off the face-off that had to be saved by Trask. As Boutte trying to fight it through the corner. Then Mackenzie Cole can't get it around the Lightning net. It comes back over toward the near side as Jazzy Bischoff trying to get it out into the neutral zone, which she does as the Riverhawks touch up. As Erin Jensen will get to it first in the corner as she gets tied up by Cole on the end boards. As it'll fight its way up through the corner. Puck coming free in the direction of Jade Roloff. It ends up being sent toward the net. It goes off the side. The Riverhawks again able to hold the zone. Puck coming free in the slot. There's a shot through traffic that was steered aside with the pad by Trask. Down in the near side corner, here's Skelton with it. Skelton will play it around the net up toward the far side. And Peterson centering feed back to Skelton. It was intercepted out front by Cole and deflected down to the near side. Riverhawks back out at neutral ice with it. Here's Dunn. Dunn into the offensive zone with Skelton. Dunn and Skelton just whiffs on the centering feed attempt as we'll get a whistle as the net got knocked off. So Dunn and Skelton had a great play, just a little bit out of the reach of Skelton, and we'll have a face-off deep in the Lightning zone as the Riverhawks pushing hard here early in the second period. They win the face-off with a shot through traffic. That'll go wide of Trask. It was Kelly Christensen who took that long drive on the far side boards. We push toward Martin. She's trying to get to it ahead of Hannah Mark. It comes down toward the near side. It's a centering feed from Gillespie, which is kicked around up toward the far side boards. Gillespie trying to get it toward Bougerie. The Lightning are able to get it back out to neutral. It's sent in back the other direction. Deep into the Lightning zone once again as Bougerie and Lemke converge. The Lightning were able to play it through the corner. There's Mercury Bischoff trying to play it around up toward the far side. Molly Pierce trying to push it ahead. It comes back free in the slot and cleared out through neutral. Is unable to be touched up by Callie Reed, so we'll have an icing and a face-off deep in the Lightning zone. 13-18 to go, second period. 1-1 tie game. Ellie Tima with her 7th for the Lightning in the first period. And then Sydney Peterson with her 6th to tie it up late in the opening frame. As Bougerie wins the face-off. There's a shot through traffic that's blocked. Comes loose in front and then just pushed through the blue in front of Trask, where it's picked up by Tima. Tima gets it off ahead. Now she takes it back. Tima into the offensive zone. Tima trying to work her way around. She still has the puck. She'll carry it around the net. Turnaround shot that was saved by LaRose. It ends up back on the end boards behind the net where the Riverhawks come back out with it. Working through neutral ice. Here's Bougerie. Bougerie into the offensive zone. Bougerie to the forehand. And Trask was able to make the save. It ends up in the corner. It's pushed ahead by Bischoff, but unable to be cleared. Now the Lightning will be able to get it back out to neutral, courtesy of Kaiser Reed, as it's played back into the Lightning zone. It'll work its way up into the far side corner, where Lily Gillespie trying to gain control of it. She drops it off behind her for Skelton. Skelton will carry it around the net to the near side, where she's getting fended off by Reed. Plays it back behind the net, where a battle ensues there. And again, Skelton comes out with the puck. A centering feed sneaks through the stick and legs of Caden Broking. Centering feed will be poked just wide. Skelton comes out with the puck once again. Skelton in the circle. She gets tied up by Tima. But Skelton able to get it back to Gillespie. Centering feed in the slot. Comes free. There's a turnaround shot over the top of the net by Gillespie. The Lightning trying to push it up the left wing side, clear the zone. There's a long shot that'll go wide by Dunn. It'll come up to the far side boards. We played back toward the corner, where it's picked up by Martin. Martin goes to the ice. It's loose in the slot again, and the Lightning able to poke it back out to neutral thanks to Ellie Tima, but the Riverhawks coming back in offside with 11:35 to go here in the second period. 1-1. The Riverhawks really buzzing in the offensive zone. Neutral zone face-off coming with 11:35 to go here, second period, 1-1 tie game. Ellie Tima and Sydney Peterson having scored the goals in the game. It's played off the glass by Bischoff through the neutral zone. It'll get back deep into the Riverhawk zone where it'll be carried around by Dunn. Dunn will start to try to work up ice where it's poked away nicely by the Lightning. It's played down to the near side. Now sent back out to neutral where it's picked up by Bischoff. Bischoff plays it off to Molly Pierce, who plays it in deep to the Riverhawk zone. Played around to the near side corner. Now back behind the net, Finnerty trying to get to it where it's poked away by Cole as we're under 11 minutes to go here in the second period. Riverhawks trying to pick it up behind their own net, get it up toward Aaron Jensen. Riverhawks will have to play it back around toward the near side. It'll be played into the neutral zone and ahead by Jensen. As the Riverhawks change, the Lightning will play it from deep in their own end. Where it's banked off the near side boards by Hannah Mark. Boucherie able to hold the zone briefly and now sent out to neutral by Bischoff. The Riverhawks trying to get it ahead again to Boucherie, but it's slapped back into the North Wright County zone, where the Riverhawks will play it from behind their own net. Lightning trying to force a mistake. So Lightning trying to take it away. Comes free in the slot for a shot. That was blocked out front. Back to the point, able to be held by Jade Roloff. Now back out at neutral ice come the Riverhawks. It'll be played deep into the Lightning zone. Back to pick it up is Hannah Mark. Mark behind her own net as it's taken away almost by Lemke. You got it off toward Vekic. Vekic ahead to Ellie Tima. Tima gets it off as going into the boards hard. It's going to draw a penalty from North Wright County. So the Lightning will go on the power play for the first time. They're converting at 22.5. And this has been a major struggle for North Wright County this season. 64.7 on the penalty kill. They gave up 3 power play goals in the loss to Edina on Saturday. The Lightning control the face-off. They get it back to the point. A long shot tipped wide out front. Hannah Mark took that shot from just inside the blue line as the Riverhawks able to clear with 9:25 to go here in the second period. Mark back to pick it up. She'll set up behind her own net. Gets it off ahead of Peterson. It's played ahead by Amber Ellich. Puck kicked around at neutral and played into the Riverhawk zone. Dunn trying to get to it ahead of Reed.
2 minutes for body checking.
It'll be played the length of the ice by the Riverhawks. Back out at neutral, the Lightning with it. It was McKenna Wilson for the body check. 1:08 now to go in the power play. 8:45 in the period as Boucherie able to take it away. Boucherie, though, can't quite work her way through the stick of Caden Broking. As Boucherie will play it around to the near side corner. The Lightning will try to get out of their own zone. As Lemke able to get it back to Boucherie. Boucherie again getting tied up, this time by Tima, who takes the puck away. Tima will work her way through the center of the ice. Tima, though, can't get out of the zone as it's taken away by Lemke, but then the pass out of reach of Maddie Skelton. And the Lightning will set up again from deep in their own end. 30 seconds now to go in the power play as Peterson was able to get it in. Peterson able to disrupt the zone exit as the Lightning able to now get it back out to neutral. Tima trying to push it ahead as it's played back in deep by the Riverhawks. 15 seconds to go in the power play. 7:53 in the period. 1-1 tie game. The Skelton puts a hit on in the corner, and that's going to be a penalty as she shoved Jordan Trombley to the ice. It'll be 8 seconds of 5-on-3, and then a fresh Grand Rapids Greenway power play. $7:46 now to go here in the second period. 1-1, but Maddie Skelton drawing a penalty, and that'll keep the Riverhawks shorthanded. The Lightning play this one back into their own zone. Back to pick it up deep in her own end is Jazzy Bischoff. She plays it up toward the far side. Is Hannah Mark able to get it out into the neutral zone, but the Riverhawks send it right back in. As Bischoff picks it up behind her own net. He gets it off for Mark. Mark up the left wing side. Mark into the offensive zone where she goes to the ice. 7:15 to go now in the period. 5-on-4 for a minute 25 as it's loose out front and poked up to the far side corner. Puck still loose in the corner. The Lightning able to come out with it. They'll play it around their own net. They try to set up a one-timer with Bischoff, who shot it wide. As it's taken away and carried the other direction by Bougerie. Bougerie into the offensive zone. Can't get her way around Tima. A good job to stay in front of the leading goal scorer for the Riverhawks. Bougerie coming in with 12. The Bougeries have been hunting for some shorthanded opportunities here over the last few minutes, but Tima did a good job staying with her there. 45 seconds to go in the Lightning power play as it's played back around up into the far side corner. The Lightning will look to set up. As Vekic will get it off for Tima. Tima getting headed off at the red line. Tima into the offensive zone. Tima with a shot that hit the crossbar and Karam's up to the far side boards. Tima making a good bid for her second goal of the game. The Lightning back out at neutral with it. Into the offensive zone. Here's Mercury Bischoff, but it has it poked right back the other way. Into the offensive zone again. Here's Bischoff and a save by LaRose on the shot with 12 seconds in the power play. 5:57 in the period. (1-1) our score from Braemar Arena in Edina. The Walser Invitational Tournament presented by Walser Automotive Group. Check them out at walser.com. 10 seconds now, 7 seconds in the power play, 5:50 in the period. Now Skelton is back. The Riverhawks back at full strength. They kill off both of those power plays. Here's Bougerie into the offensive zone. Bougerie over to Hoffman, and it's off her stick. Hoffman plays it back over to Bougerie. She was trying to get it back to Lemke, but couldn't get much on the pass. It's taken back the other way by Callie Reed. As Reed will play it in deep to the Riverhawk zone. 5:20 to go here in the second period. 1-1 our score. The Riverhawks able to get it back to neutral. Here's a takeaway. Here's Bougerie. Bougerie with a move, and she scores. Mackenzie Bougerie with her team-leading 13th goal. And the Riverhawks lead for the first time in the game at 2-1 here in the second period. Coming at 11:52 of the second period, the Riverhawks lead for the first time. We've seen Bougerie just waiting to make a play like that one all afternoon long, which she finally does. And she cashes in when the opportunity came. Riverhawks lead for the first time in the game. There's Peterson back into the offensive zone. She'll shoot one wide that clipped the blue. Skelton was trying to work her way through the circle and had it poked away. The Riverhawks again, though, able to take it away. There's a shot from the circle by Peterson, save by Trask. Peterson able to hold the zone. She'll play it up into the far side corner. As Kaiser Reed plays it around in the direction of Caden Broking. It got through. Broking now with it in the circle. Broking able to not quite clear it. We played back around up and behind the net. The Lightning able to come out with it as Reed will try to get it along. Banked ahead by Hannah Miska into the neutral zone, but then sent right back in by the Riverhawks. Broking with it. Broking with a nice stretch pass to the red line to Vekic. Vekic into the offensive zone, but she had two bodies in front of her. She slows it down. Vekic has it taken off of her stick. We're under 4 minutes to go here in the period. 2-1, North Wright County leading for the first time in the game on the 13th of the season for Mackenzie Bougerie. Made that play we've been watching for all afternoon long, where she just sneaks in at the blue line, went in, was able to deke Trask out of the net, and hammer home her 13th goal. And a face-off deep in the Riverhawk zone. 3:50 to go here in the second period. The face-off will be played through the circle. The Lightning able to control it to kick it back toward the red line, where it's off the blue line, rather. It's off the stick of Mark, who will be able to play it around. Now taken away by Aaron Jensen. Jensen will play it into the Lightning zone, where Bischoff there to pick it up. Bischoff will play it off the end boards. Come around toward the near side, and Elich will try to play this one ahead down to the near side. As Elich can't clear the zone, able to be taken away by Boutte. There's a turnaround shot by Jensen that was sticked away by Trask. As Mark trying to clear the zone, she'll get it off ahead for Bischoff. Bischoff will work her way up the left wing side into the offensive zone, trying to steer her way around Keono. Bischoff still with it. She circles the net up to the far side circle. Lightning able to hold the zone. As Jazzy Bischoff was able to send it back into the corner. Riverhawks back with it now. They'll work their way into the offensive zone. Here's Bougerie again as she tried to get it to Lemke. But Bougerie's pass was tipped away. Bougerie fighting for it back at neutral ice. She'll pick it up again. She sends it over to Martin, who dumps it in deep to the Lightning zone. It comes down to the near side corner. Here's Lemke now battling in the corner with Bischoff. Bischoff, Bougerie also down there as well. Lemke backhands it to Bougerie, who chips one through the blue up to the far side. Playing back toward Bougerie behind the net. Bougerie with it. Bougerie kicks it back to the circle and Finnerty. Finnerty back to Bougerie. Bougerie sending it back in the direction of Finnerty, who slows it down. Another backhand pass in the direction of Bougerie, but it was sent out to neutral ice. The Riverhawks able to touch up, and they will change. And we're going to get a whistle here with 1:58 to go in the second period. 2-1. The North Wright County Riverhawks leading Grand Rapids Greenway. Mackenzie Bougerie with her 13th of the season to put the Riverhawks ahead for the first time in the game. It's played around to the near side corner in the Riverhawk zone. The pass ahead, it's off the stick of Skelton, but Skelton will be able to gain control of it as she'll fight into the offensive zone where the Lightning take it away. As Trask wasn't sure where the opposition was, and eventually the Lightning will be able to clear it out. And will go the length of the ice. Icing waved off, might have hit the side of the net. 1:25 to go here in the period as the Lightning back with it at neutral ice as Caden Broking trying to play it along the right wing side. Played ahead, back in by Martin. Martin with it, sends it over toward the near side. Stretch pass out of the reach of Peterson as icing waved off. Broking back to pick it up for the Lightning. As Broking will get it ahead, couldn't quite clear the zone as she tried to get it to Bischoff. The Riverhawks again able to get it back deep into the Lightning zone as we go under a minute to play here in the second period. 2-1 in favor of the North Wright County Riverhawks as Vekic with a shot. That was off the side of the net. 50 seconds now in the period. Now back out at neutral ice into the offensive zone. Here's Hoffman. Hoffman to Bougerie, but Bougerie couldn't corral the puck, and then it was poked away by Elich. Bougerie on the end board was trying to slide it off to Lemke, but it was intercepted. Carried back out to neutral ice by Bischoff. Bischoff into the offensive zone. Bischoff with a shot saved by LaRose. 22 seconds now to go here in the period. The Riverhawks, one last rush through neutral, so play it into the Lightning zone. As Lemke has Mark tied up on the near side. Bougerie is down there as well. 10 seconds in the period. Lemke comes out with it as she tries to get it down toward Bougerie. Bougerie will battle with Mark once again. Centering feed out front comes off the side of the net. It's loose as the buzzer sounds. And a very strong second period for the North Wright County Riverhawks results in them taking a 2-1 lead into the second intermission. Mackenzie Bougerie scored the only goal of the period. That coming just before the 15-minute mark. And that puts the Riverhawks ahead 2-1 after two periods. You're watching MN Hockey TV's coverage of the Walser Invitational. We'll be back in 10 minutes with the puck drop for your third period. Again, after two periods, it's North Wright County 2 and Grand Rapids Greenway 1. We welcome you back inside Braemar Arena. 2-1. North Wright County leading Grand Rapids after 2 periods. Mackenzie Bougerie scoring the only goal of the middle frame to put the Riverhawks ahead for the first time in the game. Ellie Tima had her 7th of the season that put the Lightning on top early in the first period. Then late in the first period, Sydney Peterson tied it at 1 with her 6th of the year for the Riverhawks. And then we discussed Bougerie giving the Riverhawks the lead late in the second period with her 13th of the season, that leading the Riverhawks in goals. That's the second of our 4 quarterfinal games today here at the Walser Tournament. Coming up next, Maple Grove against Alexandria. And then about 7:15 tonight, estimated puck drop, Edina and Stillwater. The host Hornets taking on the Surprise Ponies. We'll have all of those here on MN Hockey TV. The Riverhawks retaking the ice. Riverhawks in their first season in the Lake Conference. Won some tough games against Wayzata. Played Edina tough here last Saturday, so certainly Riverhawks playing strong in their first season in the Lake Conference. Part of a busy weekend here on MN Hockey TV for us. We have the Walser Invitational, also have the Tradition in the Park that going on right now. I believe the current game is Andover and Rosemount in a huge boys double-A matchup. Also have Cretin-Durham Hall taking on Centennial and the Plymouth Ice Center. There will be no shortage of great hockey all weekend long here on MN Hockey TV. Well, the challenge for the Lightning in this third period will be slowing down the Riverhawks' momentum, as the Riverhawks they only scored the 1 goal, but it seemed like play was constantly in the Lightning zone. The Lightning will have to figure out how to push back here in this third period. They trail by just 1, though. Yes, Maddie Skelton will take the face-off for the Riverhawks as we get the third period underway. Yes, Sydney Peterson able to push it ahead towards Skelton, but it'll be up in the far side corner. It'll be played around the Lightning net, around toward the near side. 16:42 to go in regulation. 2-1, North Wright County leading Grand Rapids Greenway. This one will get by Jenna Cayono deep into the Riverhawks zone. We're back to pick it up is Martin. Martin behind her own net. She gets it off with Bischoff trailing behind her. Skelton ahead into the offensive zone. Skelton to the forehand and a great save by Trask. The puck comes back into the neutral zone where Mackenzie Dunn will play it in deep around the Lightning net. So thus far, the third period, just a minute old, but looking a lot like the second one did. A lot of Riverhawk momentum and firepower as Finnerty trying to backhand this one ahead toward Bougerie. Bougerie then can't take it away from Trombley. We played around to the side of the net. Again, the Riverhawks able to maintain as Dunn tries to slide a shot through that was blocked as that goes off the shins of Claire Vekic. Comes free out front. Dunn winds up for a blast through traffic. She scores! Mackenzie Dunn with her second goal of the season. It's 3-1 Riverhawks, and momentum is all North Wright County right now. As Dunn just wound up for that shot and let it rip from high in the slot to make it 3-1 Riverhawks. So the Riverhawks now lead by 2 here early in the third period. We talked about that momentum that the Lightning are going to have to figure out how to slow down, and after the second intermission, momentum still clearly on the side of North Wright County. As we're having a discussion before we resume play. We are back underway, 15:35 to play in regulation as Finnerty back in her own zone with it. Finnerty trying to get it ahead toward Peterson as it's played back into the Lightning zone all along the far side boards. As Gillespie gets it ahead towards Skelton. The Lightning trying to play it back the other way. Dunn, who just scored the goal, now has it again. Backhand pass towards Sydney Peterson. Peterson with a drive, and that one will sneak through up toward the far side boards. Lightning able to get it back into the neutral zone, where Dunn will pick it up in her own end. Dunn will get it off toward Skelton. Skelton back into the offensive zone. Skelton with a shot. Trask makes a save, able to gather it in with a stick, and she'll cover it up with 14:52 to go here in regulation. 3-1, North Wright County leading at the Riverhawks, scoring early in the third period, the second goal of the year for Mackenzie Dunn. Face-off driven down into the near side corner. Kiona was trying to play it through. As Callie Reed will try to gain control of it, she'll send it up toward the far side. It'll be pushed up out of play. They were trying to get it to Vekic, and we'll have a face-off with 14:38 to play in the game. Face-off controlled by the Riverhawks as Martin was trying to slide this one through as it's sent back the other way into the offensive zone. Here's Tima. Tima had the puck knocked away from her. She chases it down to the near side corner. Tima gets it back to the point. Lightning able to hold. One-time shot was blocked. Able to be held by Mark. Mark with a nice backhand along. Almost got it through to Bougerie. Bougerie will get the puck anyway. Bougerie, backhand feed. And Lemke with a great save on the shot. Trask able to make that great save as Lemke again was bidding for that goal out front. As Trask made a fantastic save there with 14:08 to go here in regulation. Trask again will make a save here with 14:04 to go. Face off again to Trask's left. Dunn will play it through the corner. It'll come around toward the near side. Riverhawks still with it. It comes free out front and then just poked wide by Callie Lehman. Lightning carry it around their net, trying to get it back up toward the near side. 13:43 now to play in regulation. 3-1. North Wright County leading it. North Wright County has scored the last 3 goals after falling behind 1-0 early in the first period. It's intercepted out front by the Lightning as the Riverhawks continue to fight for it. Trask making a save. The Riverhawks able to come back out with it. Here's Dunn again through traffic. That was saved or blocked out front. The Lightning able to get it through the length of the ice. Notice LaRose out of her net to slow it down for Dunn. Dunn will start her way up ice as Vekic trying to take it away. Will be banked off the near side boards. It's Reed getting the play tied up on the end boards. And then poked ahead toward Peterson. Peterson was trying to get it ahead for Skelton. With the Lightning able to send it back into the Riverhawk zone. It's Finnerty with it. Finnerty sends it over to the near side and Peterson. Peterson gets it off for Skelton. Skelton with speed into the offensive zone. Skelton backhand shot. She scores. Maddie Skelton with her 8th of the season. It's 4-1. It's all North Wright County in this point in the game. Well, the Riverhawks now ahead by 3 at 4-1 with 12:40 to play in regulation. The Lightning need to find an answer fast. The Riverhawks again control. Martin sliding this one through. The Lightning able to get it under control. Back into the offensive zone. Here's Tima. Excuse me, that's Trombley with a backhander toward Tima. Then it's covered up by Anna LaRose with 12:25 to play here in regulation. 4-1. North Wright County leading it. They trailed 1-0 for the bulk of the first period. Tied it up late, added a goal in the second period to take the lead, and have added a pair here in the third. As Martin gets it off ahead of Tima, trying to push it ahead, and Bougerie will end up with the puck. Bougerie backhand pass ahead, but able to be played back the other way by the Lightning, deep into the Riverhawk zone. Martin over to the near side, banks it off ahead for Hoffman. Hoffman, though, couldn't get it ahead to Bougerie. The Lightning trying to play it ahead. Martin gets it back into the neutral zone. Lightning back with it. Going to get it ahead for Molly Pierce. It's poked back into the Riverhawk zone. Played over toward the near side. Hoffman will play it ahead out toward the red line. 11:43 to play in regulation. 4-1, North Wright County leading it. Scored a pair here in the third period to break it open. This McKenna Wilson getting tied up on the end boards, but the Riverhawks able to get it back out through neutral. Icing waved off. As Hannah Mark will pick it up deep in her own zone. Mark will start her way up ice. She sent it cross ice toward the far side. Mackenzie Dunn will look to play it back the other way, able to be held by the Lightning. Dunn back in the corner with it. Dunn trying to play it around toward Martin. Molly Pierce trying to slow it down. As Pierce and Bischoff will battle in the corner with Blair Boutte forward as it's played over to the near side boards. Banked into the neutral zone by Aaron Jensen. It'll be whistled icing with 10:52 to go here in the third period. 4-1, North Wright County leading it. They break it open with a pair of goals here in the third period. Face-off played down to the near side corner. The Lightning able to hold. They'll play it off the end boards. Played up toward Dunn on the far side corner. Dunn couldn't get it around Roloff, who poked it away. It's Finnerty on the near side. It's sent into the neutral zone as the Lightning able to get it back to Dunn. Dunn through the neutral zone. Dunn will gain the offensive zone as she works her way down to the near side boards. Dunn circling the net. A nice backhand feed in the direction of Skelton, but it's knocked down, and the Lightning able to gain possession and play it back the other way. It's Finnerty getting it ahead towards Sydney Peterson. Peterson, though, couldn't quite work her way around Mark. Here's Peterson losing the puck in the offensive zone. Skelton back with it. Skelton trying to center it for Peterson. It's loose in front. Trask had to make a save as we are under 10 minutes to play here in regulation. The Lightning clear it back through neutral. Back to pick it up is Cayono, but she couldn't gain the control of the puck before Tima knocked it away. Cayono being driven back deeper into the zone, into the corner. The Lightning able to come out with the puck in the offensive zone. It's intercepted by Peterson. Peterson the other direction with Gillespie. Peterson getting it to Gillespie, and it's just out of her reach up to the far side boards. The Lightning will send it the length of the ice for icing with 9:25 to go in the third period. Coverage brought to you by Walser Automotive Group. Check them out at walser.com. First coming up next, we'll have Maple Grove and Alexandria. And then tonight, Edina, the host team, taking on Stillwater, which should be a great double-A matchup of top 10 teams. The Lightning work their way back through neutral ice into the offensive zone for a shot. That's a nice save by LaRose. That was Caden Broking who took the shot. Broking able to maintain the puck as she tried to center it in the direction of Callie Reed, and unable to be held on the back door by Molly Pierce. Hannah Mark back to pick it up, but it's taken away, pushed toward Trask. Trask sweeps it away with the stick. 8:53 to play in regulation. 4-1, North Wright County leading it. There's Martin back in her own zone with it. She pushes it ahead toward Bougerie. Bougerie gets it to Lemke, but Lemke got it poked away from behind as Callie Reed ended up with it. We'll get a whistle with 8:38 to go in regulation. Face off, loose in the circle. It's played to the corner. There's a shot that'll go wide of the net down to the near side as we pass the midpoint of this third period. 4-1, North Wright County leading it as it's dumped back into the Lightning zone, where it'll be picked up by Jazzy Bischoff. Bischoff trying to play it up the left wing side. Now back out at neutral ice, where Finnerty trying to redirect it the other direction. Lightning back with it in their own zone as they try to play it along the far side boards. They sneak this one through down toward Roloff, but it's off her stick. As we go past the 9-minute mark of this third period. 4-1, North Wright County leading it. Played up toward Dunn in the corner. Dunn was trying to get it ahead, but it ends up being taken away by Tima. There's a shot that'll go over the top of the net by Kaiser Reed. As Lemke sweeps it around, but able to be held by the Lightning as Trombley with it. Trombley sends it up to the far side point. Up for a blast that'll go over the top of the net. It was broken, as we'll get a whistle here with 7:19 to go in regulation. 4-1, North Wright County leading Grand Rapids Greenway. As Mackenzie Dunn taking a penalty. So the Lightning will go on their third power play. They are 0 for 2. We talked about the struggles of the Riverhawks, only killing off penalties at about 65% now with the 2 that they've killed off in this game. As the Lightning will take their timeout here with 7:19 to play in regulation. 4-1, North Wright County leading it. The Lightning really controlled the bulk of that first period. They got the early goal from Ellie Tima. That was her 7th of the year, and then led most of the first period. And then Sydney Peterson tied it up for the Riverhawks late in the first period. We were 1-1 after one period. Then in the second period, the Riverhawks quickly gained most of the momentum. They were only able to tally one goal. It was Mackenzie Bougerie's 13th of the season, but that gave the Riverhawks a 2-1 lead after 2 periods. And then here in the third period, still all Riverhawks. Mackenzie Dunn added her 2nd of the year, and then Maddie Skelton with her 8th. And that's where we are at 4-1. As Dunn for tripping the call, which will put the Lightning on a key late power play, key mid-third period power play, we should say. 7:19 to go here in regulation. 4-1. Riverhawks leading it. But a good opportunity here for the Lightning. Talked at length about the Riverhawks' struggles on the penalty kill, but they're able to get it out to neutral ice right away. Back to pick it up in her own zone is Reed. Reed will bank it off toward the near side. Then Martin able to play it back deep into the Lightning zone. We hit the 10-minute mark of the third period. 1:40 to go in the power play. And we're going to get another penalty coming here. This will go against the Lightning, which will end the power play. And that'll be Trombley taking the penalty. It'll be a trip with 6:57 to go. Going to be Kaiser Reed, my apologies. The Lightning 4-on-4 through neutral ice, and then slipping and falling as Tima before she could gain the offensive zone. Riverhawks trying to push it back the other way. They'll get it back through neutral. Lengthy 4-on-4, minute 23 remaining of 4-on-4, and then a short power play for North Wright County to follow. It's a shot wide of the net by the Lightning. Bougerie behind her net, can't get it around. Now Well, they are able to get it through as Christensen was able to get it through Tima. As Lemke dumps it deep into the Lightning zone, the Riverhawks change. Both teams change. The centering feed out front intercepted by the Lightning. It's played in deep by Skelton. Skelton, who has one of the 4 goals in the game as we go under 6 minutes to play in regulation. The Riverhawks carry it around the Lightning net. Lightning now with it on the side of the net, and they will flip it out through neutral, and that will go for icing with 5:44 to play in regulation. 26 seconds of 4-on-4 remaining. 4-1 North Wright County leading it, who have really controlled since late in the first period. Face-off controlled by Finnerty. Finnerty will play it through the corner. We played behind the Lightning net. 17 seconds now of 4-on-4 remaining. The Riverhawks back with it at neutral as Skelton tried to reverse direction but collided with a couple of players unintentionally. Back into the offensive zone. Here's Tima. Tima trying to drive her way around Finnerty. That's going to draw a penalty. As the extra attacker starts to make her way on, but then it's touched up by the Riverhawks. So we will have 4-on-4 for 19 seconds. And then another Lightning power play. Face-off controlled by the Riverhawks. They'll try to push it up ahead toward Lemke. Lemke out to neutral ice with it as Vekic knocked her off the puck. They get it up toward Bougerie. Bougerie in the offensive zone. A centering feed for Lemke was just saved by the pad of Trask, and we're back out at neutral ice with it. Bougerie as the Lightning return to full strength. As Bougerie plays it in deep to the Lightning zone. Lightning will set up with 4:45 to go in regulation. They trail 4-1 if we get a whistle. Now with 4:42 to play. Face-off controlled by Dunn, who takes a long shot wide. That's Martin, who takes a long shot wide. Lightning will look to break through neutral, back into the offensive zone. Here's Tima. Tima trying to get her way around Christensen. Tima circles the net, gets it back to the blue line, and Broking sends it back far side for Reed. Reed with a shot that was blocked out front. It comes up on the end boards as the Riverhawks able to clear. Reed will go back to pick it up. 55 seconds remaining in the power play. 4:08 in regulation. 4-1, North Wright County leading it. North Wright County was really dominated since late in the first period when they tied the game at 1 as it's taken away here by Skelton. Skelton will play it from the corner. Skelton sends it cross ice for a shot out front and a save by Trask. The Lightning will gain possession of the puck with 30 seconds to go in the power play. Into the offensive zone. A nice move by Vekic, but then she had the puck stripped away. A shot by Vekic, and that's saved with the glove by LaRose. Vekic, the leading goal scorer with 12 on the season for the Lightning. Will have a face-off with 3:33 remaining in the game. 18 seconds in the power play for the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning. Play tied up in the far side corner. Lightning able to come out with it as they poke it toward the net. It's loose in front, and LaRose able to cover it up with Amber Ellich standing out front waiting for a rebound, and we'll have a face-off in the North Wright County zone once again with 3:19 to go in regulation. 4 seconds in the Lightning power play. Play back up the far side boards. Lightning able to hold as the power play comes to an end. The long shot, LaRoe is able to snag that one as well. We'll have another face-off in the Riverhawk zone. 3:08 to play here in regulation. Face-off controlled by the Riverhawks. They carry it around the net. Finnerty just out of the penalty box. Finnerty trying to get it ahead to Bougerie, who's able to control it. Bougerie in all alone. Bougerie goes to the backhand, and a nice save by Trask. As the Lightning get it back out to neutral ice. We're under 3 minutes now to play. Bougerie making a nice bid for her second goal of the game. She now battles up in the corner, gets it to Lemke. There's Finnerty with it for the Riverhawks. Finnerty plays it over to Hoffman on the near side. Hoffman gets it ahead to Lemke, who dumps it into the Lightning zone. With 2:30 remaining in regulation, it's a 4-1 lead for the North Wright County Riverhawks. The Lightning trying to gain the offensive zone as Bischoff will gain. Bischoff still with it. She'll work her way around the net. Bischoff getting tied up by Martin in the corner. She got it off to Pierce. Pierce trying to circle the net. Weak centering feed is intercepted by the Riverhawks. They get it to Skelton. Skelton plays it deep into the Lightning zone. Skelton will get tied up as we go under 2 minutes to go in regulation. There's a shot in on Trask that's held on to, so looks like we will have the rematch as the Lightning will take on the Brainerd Little Falls Warriors for the second time in 3 games. While the Riverhawks will advance to face Breck in the quarterfinal tomorrow. 1:52 to go here in regulation. Play continuing in the Grand Rapids Greenway zone as Martin able to hold. Martin not able to hold this time. Martin back out at neutral with it as she sends it cross ice. They get it ahead for Lehman, who dumps it in deep to the the Lightning zone. Under a minute and a half to play. Lehman again able to hold as the Lightning look to break out from their own end. 1:20 to go in regulation as it's knocked down at the red line. Lightning able to get it in deep to the Riverhawk zone as Martin over to pick it up. Martin gets it off ahead for Jensen. Jensen got a shove from behind from Tima as the puck's back out at neutral. Lightning back with it. We go under a minute to play. The shot that's blocked off the stick of Mark. It comes to the end boards where Vekic picks it up. Vekic driven up into the corner by McKenna Wilson. As the Vekic ends up on the ice. Lightning maintaining the puck. Centering feed out front is still loose in front of LaRose, who gathers it in. We'll have a face-off with 44.8 remaining in the game. 4-1, the Riverhawks leading it. Face-off deep in the North Wright County zone. Vekic will take it against Skelton as it's played around the Riverhawk net. Finnerty with it as she gets it off ahead for Sydney Peterson. Peterson trying to get it ahead, but it was knocked down at the red line. The Lightning back with it in their own zone. 30 seconds to play. Here's Vekic into the offensive zone. Vekic with a nice move to try to get around Mackenzie Dunn, but couldn't quite get around her. The Lightning able to maintain the puck. 20 seconds to go as a shot wide of the net. As it's poked away with the stick by LaRose. Tima with it, sends it back toward the blue line. The shot through traffic. LaRose makes the save as it pops high over the net. Tima back with it. 5 seconds remaining. As Tima will end up with one last shot. Save LaRose. Rebound is also saved as the game comes to an end. As North Wright County with an impressive performance over the final 2 periods. As they score the final 4 goals of the game en route to a 4-1 win as they defeat Grand Rapids Greenway this afternoon. So 2 of our games tomorrow are now set. In the first game of the consolation final, Grand Rapids Greenway will take on Brainerd Little Falls. It'll be the second time in 3 games for those 2 to meet. Brainerd Little Falls won that meeting on Saturday 3-1. As the Riverhawks will advance to the championship semifinals tomorrow. They will take on Breck tomorrow evening, I believe about 5:15. We'll have coverage of those two semifinal games for you here on MN Hockey TV. So the Riverhawks advance. They'll take on Breck tomorrow evening here at Braemar Arena. Coming up next on MN Hockey TV, it's the Maple Grove Crimson and the Alexandria Cardinals in the third of the four quarterfinal games. Puck drop coming up, I believe about. Get a quick schedule update for you on that one just to make sure. Before we get off air, just to make sure when that game exactly is scheduled for puck drop. Puck drop scheduled for 5 o'clock in that game. And then Stillwater Edina at 5:15. We'll see Maple Grove taking on Alexandria. As we'll wrap it up here on behalf of our crew. 4-1 the final score. North Wright County advances. They defeat Grand Rapids Greenway. Signing off for now. We'll be back in about an hour with the resumption of coverage here on MN Hockey TV.